How many times have you watched sports and they said, the person's thinking too much? Stop thinking, just go out and play. Well, what happens when you tell an individual to stop thinking? What's the first thing they do? They start thinking. Do you know how many hours and years of preparation go into not being able to not to think about something? Okay. It takes years and years and years of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Take a reaction and turn it into a reflex. That's what the greatest can do. Most people react to things, okay? The greatest, it's an instinct. It's impulsive. It's innate. It becomes a reflex. You know, we talk about this. Listen, trust your instincts. That's what closers do. You know what cleaners do? Their instincts trust them. You know, people talk about this. We're all born with greatness. We're not born with greatness. You earn greatness, okay? That's a bullshit line to sell shit, to talk about we're all born with greatness, okay? That's the raw stuff about giving people hugs and high fives and all that other stuff. That's a high, okay? I tell people, what do you got to do to get to paradise? You got to fight like hell to get to paradise. People don't know how to fight anymore. They don't know how to fight. Paradise starts in hell, and people quit because they don't know what to deal with, what's going on down there. When everybody's tugging at you, when they give you a pat on the back, in hell they don't give you a pat on the back. They're trying to throw you off this window. They're trying to clip. It's the ones that can fight, the ones that come back, those are the ones that succeed. Those are the icons. Many legends out there, very few icons. There's too much hugging and too much high fives and all that shit going on when you haven't earned it, okay? You go to these seminars, hey, turn around, give the person next to you a pat on the back, give them a high five, give them a hug. When I come from, you gotta earn your fucking high fives, okay? You gotta earn your accolades. You gotta earn your hug, right? This isn't about participation trophies. You don't get rewarded for participating. You don't get rewarded for participating in life. I got passion and I got inner drive. You got a person that you come into your office, have you ever given anybody a raise because their results suck, but they got great passion and inner drive? Oh, passion and inner drive has to be followed by an action. You have to have an action that follows it. And that's the hardest part. People don't want to have that action. Everyone talks about, man, they got all these dreams dancing in their head. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do, guess what? Dreams want to live just like everybody else. And if you don't bring them to life, somebody else will. They're going to jump from your head right into somebody else's head. And that person is going to bring those dreams to life. And you're going to be sitting there back thinking, man, I could have, I should have, I would have. Well, you had your chance. You got to deliver. You got to have action. You got to deliver. We're all going to fail at something. Everyone's failed at something. Okay? But it's only a failure if you decided to be a failure. Okay? There's just not one way of getting things done. Okay? When you have an individual and they make phone calls to sell your product, okay? No is just the start of a different conversation. Now, if you get no and you just hang up, man, I can't do this anyway. So failure is what you think and what you set up in your head. It's the individuals that can bounce back for that, okay? People are going to say no, okay? They're going to say yes, okay? Are you willing to understand why they said no? Okay, so it doesn't happen again to the next person. It might not be the right time. Are you going to say I'm a failure? Okay, yeah, you know what? You might have not reached the ultimate goal, but next year you retool. You figure out a different way. What do I have to do? The one thing that MJ did every single year, and Kobe did this also, is I have to add something new to my game.
Wow.
Every single year. Okay, and this is what separates the greats of the greats from everybody else. They have talent, okay? The greats, everyone's got talent in something, okay? Everyone has talent in something, but do you have the intelligence that goes with that talent, okay? A lot of people are talented in a lot of things, okay? You got individuals that can run so fast, okay? Or play in a pickup basketball game that look unbelievable. But now when you put them in a setting where you have to have some intelligence, where they have to think about the plays or think about the defense, okay? Where the talent has to become the intelligence. Where the intelligence has to come the competitive competitiveness. Now you're starting to put the pieces together. Now, when we talked about failure, this is the key point in this one right here. Resiliency. Resiliency. When things go bad, when all the bullshit starts to come in, okay, when everybody's pulling you in different directions, telling you, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not this, you have the resiliency to show them, okay? When you have those four things, and I don't care if it's in sports, it's in business, you have to have those things. Otherwise, failure is gonna kick your ass over and over again. Your obligation to yourself, okay, has to be greater than anybody else's obligation to you. You get so many people that want shit for you more than you want it for yourself, okay? Your obligation to yourself to be the best, to achieve the highest level, has to be greater. The pressure you put on yourself has to exceed anybody else's pressure that puts on you outside. How do you make your muscles grow? Through resistance, right?
Sure.
You lift weights, you want them to grow bigger, you add more resistance, all right? It's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in life. It's the same thing from a mental standpoint. You have to add resistance. That's how your brain grows. You know, when people when they run from pressure and so forth, okay, that your brain needs that pressure. It thrives off of it. That's how it grows. That's how it wants to be rebooted. That, you know, you talk about individuals, you get an update on your phone on a regular basis, right? You get a new app, you get this, you get a new phone, you move up to an iPhone 7, iPhone 8, wherever the hell they're at, the Galaxies, all these different things, okay? And you do this, you change them. When's the last time you fucking rebooted this? When's the last time this got a jolt? When's the last time this got a charge? It needs to be challenged. It needs to be worked with, okay? And those are the individuals that you're fearful of because they're never satisfied. They always want more. They're going to educate themselves. They're going to become better. Those are the individuals that are fear. You want to see how tough an individual is? Put them under a pressure situation. See how they're going to deliver. See how they're going to deliver. Everybody, you know what? Everybody wants to sit in your seat. Everyone wants to be the head coach. Okay. Everyone wants to be the boss until they got to sit in that first seat and find out what's actually the decisions that you have to make. How many people are relying on you? Every little action that you do, every little mistake, everything positive. Then it begins to be too much. You get individual in sports that get traded from team to team because they want to be the man until it's time to be the man.